Hey, what's up, everyone? I figure I get a chance to do my review of Home Alone 2. And basically, Home Alone 2 takes place like 2 years after the events of the first movie. And this time around, you know, I guess you could say in a sense history repeats itself again when, when the McAllister family, is going to spend Christmas in Florida, and then Kevin accidentally ends up going, uh, to New York instead when he ends up getting separated from his family. And of course, throughout the events of the movie, you know, he also ends up encountering Harry and Marv, the the robbers from the first movie when they were robbing his house. And of course, his family, especially his mom and dad, are trying to, wonder what happened to Kevin and how he ended up getting lost again, and things like that. So I will say, the Home Alone 2 movie is actually a pretty good sequel. I mean, while it has a lot of, I mean, like almost like a similar premise, to the first movie, but it's still an enjoyable, film as, and also exploring Kevin's journey as he kind of feels like a little, like, you would say, like left out because he kind of feels like his family treats him better, particularly his older brother, Buzz, who he constantly fights with all the time. And of course, he also encounters many other people in the film while in New York, including the Bird Lady, you know, and it's like a very touching story, and always teaches you to appreciate the things that you do have, and never to take it for granted, and always to cherish the time you have with family, and enjoying Christmas and things like that. And I will say, for those that may or may already not know, I mean, initially, the third installment was going to have a teenager, Kevin McAllister, but unfortunately, those plans didn't happen when, of course, Macaulay Culkin temporarily retired, from acting, in 1994, and that's why they ended up going a different route. But it would have been interesting to see a teenage version of Kevin McAllister, and see what kind of hijinks and pranks he would have, um, had if he was older. But like I said, I still consider the first two the best ones, and the only ones I will consider canon. And that's that. So, all right, everyone, thanks again.